Hello everyone, welcome to week 6. This is the week where we will look at our simulation results and review them. Remember that the late work policy does not apply in week 6, so you must have all of your work submitted by Saturday at 11:59 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time of the week. Please make sure that you refer to the late policy in the syllabus for additional details. If you do not have your assignment submitted by Saturday at 11:59 p.m., the system is going to automatically assign you a 0. So it's very important. Don't be a minute late, not even 1 minute, okay? So let's take a look at the week 6 overview. All right, so this final week, the top simulations are going to be shared anonymously by the instructor, and they're going to be reviewed by the class. All right, so I'll be posting those. And then you'll determine the reasons why some simulation scenarios were highly successful. Part of your assignment that week will be to review all of your business analytics coursework and share meaningful information. You're going to present the research of your own work in both a paper and a presentation. So the required reading is just going to be the simulation results that the instructor shares with the class. And I will probably post these either in the announcement or the discussion, but I'll make sure that they're clear, that you can find them easily. Okay, so I think we'll be putting them in the discussion. Okay, so you're going to examine top performing simulation results shared by the instructor. The simulation scenarios are going to be shared anonymously. You'll recognize your own work, of course, but it'll still be anonymous. Nobody will know that it's your work. And so talk about why you think these scenarios were so successful. And then, is there anything that you would have done differently? And we have a pretty small class, so it'll be interesting. So research reference each simulation that's shared by the instructor. Respond using business analytics terminology and scholarly resources to support your post. Make sure these resources are peer-reviewed. When you search in the library, make sure you check peer-reviewed. The original post should be substantial and filled with support, and your student reply post should also have support from scholarly sources. Make sure that you cite your sources and you use APA format. And this is for the week 6 discussion. Now let's take a quick look at the assignment. You're going to write a 3 to 5 page paper. This does not include the title and the reference page. So this is the body of the work, 3 to 5 pages. And this is going to look at your experience with business analytics. You're going to review discussions and assignments in your classes, and you're going to share your perspective on this field, including business case studies and outcomes, development of analytic models, describe collection and analysis steps for managing data, and define the systems that will most effectively achieve the necessary outcomes, and make sure that you have at least 5 examples. Okay, so you're going to be going back and looking at the assignments from your class, and then you're going to just be sharing your perspective on this field. So anytime you're asked to share your perspective, you can't really get it wrong because it's your perspective. All right, but you want to make sure that you address the business case studies and outcomes that we've covered in the class. And then the development of analytic models. You're going to describe collection and analysis steps for managing data and defining the systems that will most effectively achieve the necessary outcome, and have at least 5 examples. So some of the questions you can address is, how has it changed your career focus or insight into decision making within organizations? What aspects stand out as the most important areas studied in business analytics? And what recommendations would you give to someone looking to go into this field? I think business analytics is definitely a growing field these days. Make sure you have a great title. Use some illustrative examples to help make your point. Make sure you include relevant images and supporting charts. And if you're borrowing these, you want to make sure you provide a citation and a reference. Have a strong introduction. You want the reader to really be drawn in and want to continue to learn more about the topic. Address why each company has been successful with data analytics, and then you want to have a strong conclusion. Summarize your key points. What's a good next step for your reader? Make sure you're citing all of your sources. Use APA formatting. Okay, and then part 2, you're going to do an 8 to 10 page presentation with voiceover to share your part 1 highlights about business analytics. Cite your sources and use APA formatting. You want to have a title slide, an executive summary, an introduction, and then have business analytics highlights from current and past coursework. Use at least 5 examples. So you're looking back at your previous coursework and the cases that you've studied. I like this because you get a second chance to analyze things after you've kind of had time to think about it more and learn more. And then you'll use illustrative examples to make your point, relevant images and supporting charts, and then conclusions, recommendations, and your last slide should be your reference slide. So let's just look at the assignment real quick. Just see if there's anything else here that we need to review. And it looks pretty much straightforward, what we just went over. In the rubric, let's go through this. So you're going to write a 3 to 5 page paper. This does not include the title and reference page. You're going to provide a look at your experience with business analytics. So you're going back at looking at the cases that you've done. You get a second chance to kind of review them, maybe make some additional points or change some of your ideas. So you're going to review the discussions and the assignments in your class, and you're going to share your perspective on this field, including business case studies and those outcomes. Also, development of analytic models, describe the collection and analysis steps for managing data and for defining the systems that will most effectively achieve the necessary outcomes. You want to have at least 5 examples, talk about how it's changed your career focus or your insight into decision making within an organization, and answer the question, what aspects stand out as the most important areas that you studied in business analytics? What recommendations would you give to someone that was looking to go into this field? Make sure that you include a great title. Remember, an APA title should be about 12 words, and it should have a narrative hook. It should grab your reader and want them to continue to read. Make sure you're using illustrative examples, making your point, use relevant images, supporting charts, have a strong introduction, and a strong summary and conclusion. And then on the PowerPoint, it's 8 to 10 pages. You're going to have a voiceover. You can use a PowerPoint. You can use any other presentation format as long as it has the voiceover, okay? You could even do a video where you had the PowerPoint and then the video had your voice recorded. So however you wanted to do it. So you'll include a title slide, an executive summary, an introduction, business analytic highlights from the current and past coursework. So have at least 5 examples from Part 1's paper, and you're going to use illustrative examples to make your point, and include supporting charts, conclusions, recommendations, and references. All right, and then critical thinking, analytic skills. You'll be evaluated on how well you are presenting insightful and thorough analysis of all the issues that are identified, and that you consistently demonstrate the use of critical thinking. Make sure you have citations and references from scholarly peer-reviewed material into the body of your paper, and make sure that you proofread. You have a citation for every reference and a reference for every citation. And I will point out that this project is worth 150 points. Okay, so make sure that you are doing a good job, because it is quite a lot of points. And you do have VeriCite. Make sure that your VeriCite score is less than 25%. So you're going to be uploading 2 files, a Word document with your paper, and then also probably a PowerPoint or something like that. Okay, it could be a link to a video, but you will upload 2 files. All right, let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the discussion.